Breaking news: the U.S. is bound by NATO to back Kiev in its fight against Putin. Today, the head of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, stated that the United States NATO tem alternativa a continuar apoiar a luta de Ucrania contra a Russia, relação as duas dúvidas sobre o apoio dos EUA a Kiev. Do a realidade de que isso pode durar muito tempo e ser exigente difícil, disse Stoltenberg a AFP durante uma entrevista na sede de NATO em Bruxelas. We don't have any other options. The alternative, which is to let President Putin win, is a tragedy for Ukraine and a danger to us. Since the invasion of Russia, the United States has already provided over $40 million, about €36.6 million, to Ukraine as aid and has committed to supporting Kiev for as long as is necessary. Mas o futuro de asistencia dos EUA encarregado pela oposição dos republicanos radicais. Apesar das dificuldades, apesar da falta de progressos, de conquistas ou de ganhos territoriais, precisamos de continuar en apoiar a Ucrania, Stoltenberg declared. In this regard, the U.S. Secretary of State departed for Europe with the aim of garnering support for Ukraine, a trip on which he may cross paths with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. On Antony Blinken's agenda, you can find the meeting of NATO foreign affairs ministers scheduled for today and tomorrow in Brussels, as well as the meeting of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which will take place this Thursday in Macedonia. During the NATO meeting, Blinken will discuss the U.S. support for Ukraine in the coming months, as Kiev continues its offensive at a time when global attention has shifted to the Middle East. We expect him to engage in a good discussion with our OSCE colleagues regarding support to Ukraine, added James O'Brien, the chief U.S. diplomat to Europe. Russia is a part of the OSCE, and Lavrov will have requested authorization to participate in this meeting. Poland, which hosted the meeting last year, did not allow the participation of the leader of Moscow's diplomacy. Russia is weakening its defense ties with NATO. In order to compensate for the losses suffered on land, Russia will be moving several of its S-400 missile systems from Kaliningrad to Ukraine. An alteration that thus weakens Moscow's air defenses along its borders with NATO. O Ministerio de Defensa Británico divulga neste domingo que o Moscovio terá movido os S-400 de Kaliningrado para preencher perdas recentes na frente ucraniana em novembro, uma informação que foi avançada antes. The United Kingdom views Kaliningrad as one of its most strategically sensitive areas, given that it is its most eastern port and borders 3 NATO member states, stated the UK Ministry of Defence, adding that this withdrawal highlights the impact that the prolongation of the war caused on some of Russia's principal modern capabilities.